If you are interested in utilizing the cloud for backup, you may want to take a look at a product from Riverbed called Whitewater. So in this mini presentation, I just want to do a very brief introduction of Whitewater and explain how it can be used in your workflow for backing up your data. So in today's backup, your workflow utilizing a tape drive, very simplistically, this is kind of how that all works. Your data is stored on local servers, as everybody already knows, but we use popular tape backup software like a Backup Exec or ArcServe, and we store your data on tapes, and then those tapes are then stored. Perhaps you use an off-site service like Iron Mountain or something like that. But the point here is you take those tapes off-site, they're stored securely somewhere off-site so that if you have a disaster there at your office where the backup is done, you have a copy of your information on tape somewhere. So when we look at Whitewater and implementation of Whitewater, it's important to note that we're really not disrupting your existing workflow at all. Your data is still stored on your local server. You're still utilizing that same popular tape backup software, Backup Exec, ArcServe, two of the more common ones that we see. But instead of storing that data on tape, we're storing the data on this Whitewater appliance. And then simultaneously, a copy of that data is deduplicated and then stored out on the cloud at the cloud storage provider of your choice. So when you look at how this works, if you're familiar at all with Riverbed's deduplication process, because we're getting that scalable data referencing or that deduplication process, we're getting a significant reduction in the amount of data that we have to store here on this Whitewater appliance, and then also simultaneously how much we have to secure and then send to the cloud. So because we're reducing the amount of information based on those pointers that we're sending to the cloud, it also makes for a much faster restore because we're not pulling the data back one-to-one. So when we pull that data back, we pull these pointers back. The pointers then, the Whitewater appliance understands what those are, recreates your files, and then we deliver them back to the administrator when you're trying to retrieve some information from tape or utilizing your tape backup software. Another way to look at this is oftentimes you may find that some information that you want to retrieve is relatively new, while other information is a lot older. Generally, when we size these Whitewater appliances, you'll have about 30 days of backups on your local Whitewater share. So in the event that some information, some of it exists here on the Whitewater, but some of it is not there and it has to go to the cloud, that's all in the background to you as the user. The Whitewater appliance will retrieve what is local to it. Anything that it needs from the cloud, it will go grab it, bring it back, again, recreate the information from those pointers, and then deliver the files to the administrator. Just like you're doing today, only you're utilizing the Whitewater appliance and the cloud. We always offer a proof of concept program, especially a new technology like backing up to the cloud. So we will size the device appropriately, we'll help you get it installed. Again, we're not disrupting your typical workflow or your standard workflow of backups today. And then we let you run it on your network to see how this works. At the end of that proof of concept period, if you decide it's fantastic, you want to keep it, we'll simply send you an invoice. And if you decide that it's not for you today, or you want to put it in the budget for later, then simply put it back in the box and send it back to us, and there's no charge for anything. But it gives you the option of taking a look and seeing how well this really works. If you have questions about this, you'd like to see the full presentation, or you'd like to go over your specific configuration, please feel free to shoot me an email, or my telephone number is also listed, and I will look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.